Okay. Is it humane to have an exotic animal as a pet? The answer is no, it is not. And I am here to tell you why. Hi, my name is Leandra Schmidt, and I'm going to explain to you why it is inhumane to keep exotic animals as pets. Exotic animals are meant to be in the wild and not in a house or in a closed area. People love the looks of the exotic animals and all of the cool things that they can do, but it does not give them the right to have them locked up. They may think that they are doing the right thing because they love them so much, but it could end up very badly. Keeping these exotic animals is brutal to both humans and animals because animals can give off diseases, they can suffer in captivity, and they can attack humans. There are many diseases that exotic animals can give to humans. These types of diseases are called zoonotic diseases. Zoonotic diseases are pathogens that are given to a human by a non-human. These are many different types of diseases, but there are 4 main types that humans get in their daily lives. According to Mitchell, a doctor who studies exotic animals, there are diseases called Mycobacterium, Salmonella, Chlamydophile, and Campylobacteriosis. Mitchell says that Mycobacterium can be given to humans from skin-to-skin contact or by respiratory system. The facts sheet, a sheet that describes ways to prevent diseases, says that this disease is most commonly found in mammals and is one of the reasons why people get tuberculosis. Mitchell explains that Salmonella is one of the main reasons, Salmonella is found in most reptiles, and there are over 2,400 different types of this pathogen, and about 90% of all reptiles can transmit this disease. In Mitchell's writing, he says that if humans get Salmonella, they receive side effects of headaches, vomiting, nausea, or abdominal pain. Chlamydophile is a disease that Mitchell claims lies in exotic birds and humans, and that they get affected by this bacterium and they can develop pneumonia and hepatitis. Campylobacteriosis is one of the most serious diseases according to Mark Mitchell. Mitchell presents that this can come from food or small exotic animals, and it can last up to 14 days, or it can cause death. This is only 4 out of these diseases that it could affect humans and be life-threatening. The Dangers, an article that explains human health risks with exotic animals, claims that herpes B virus is one disease commonly found in one animal, the monkey. According to the Dangers, 80 to 90% of all monkeys is infected with herpes B virus, a virus that is harmless to monkeys but can be very fatal in humans. The Dangers say that humans can get this virus by being in contact with monkeys' saliva or feces. With the evidence that the Dangers came to realize about monkeys and how they can also carry Ebola and other life-threatening diseases. Not only can we get affected by keeping them as pets, but they can be affected too. Exotic animals can suffer in captivity. If animals have lack of room, not the right food, and not the correct environment, they can suffer very badly. People argue that when you give enough animal love, that it will not suffer. That is false. For example, if someone put a tiger in their cage in their backyard, no matter how much they love this tiger, it would still be so much happier out in the wild where it can roam around. There is also proof that not proper food can make an animal suffer. Rachel Grant, a doctor at Oxford, writes about a study done on a parrot, when they were giving them the right food and when they were not giving them the right food. When they were not giving them the appropriate food, they started to get abdominal pain and they got sick. Rachel Grant also did research on reptiles and amphibians, and it showed that they are some of the hardest exotic animals to take care of because of their needs. These animals need special temperature, water sources, diets, social surroundings, and physical surroundings. Grant says that if the reptiles do not get what it needs, it will show signs of stress and can get very sick. Grant explains that most people are not informed when a reptile is stressed, and they will never know what they were doing wrong until the worst happens. Sometimes owners will realize that they cannot give the animal proper care and they will give it away to a shelter or a zoo. To them, they think they're doing the right thing, but in the end, the animal would have just been happier if they would have been back in the wild. With exotic animals being treated poorly, this can lead to them lashing out and even hurting someone. Exotic animals have instincts to hunt and attack living things. Even if the animal has been a pet for years, it is in their blood to attack. Max Rand, a news journalist, says that these attacks do not always happen because the owner is doing something wrong. It can just happen in the simplicity of the animal being bored and wanting to have excitement. Big cats have some of the most intense instincts to kill. Rand explains that any movement to them is like a cat seeing a mouse, and all they want to do is attack and pounce. As an example, I have this photo of a woman who kept a big cat in her house, and it attacked her mother. And that is right there. There have been many cases of exotic animals attacks. Rachel Retner, a live science journalist, wrote about how a few years ago, a 4-year-old boy was attacked by his aunt's mountain lion and ended up in the hospital. And in June, a man was strangled to death by his own boa constrictor. Michael Conover, a professor from Utah State University, did a study in 2015 showing that 7,000 people get injured by exotic snakes each year. Not all exotic animals attack people, but when they do, they have their own type of protection or weapon that they might not even know is coming. Some of these attacks are with animals that have been in families for years. Just because a person loves that animal does not mean their instincts will not start in. People try to argue that having zoos and exotic animals at home is humane. If they love the pets, this is not true. Animals need more than just love. They need wildlife scenarios. People have been trying to stop ownership of exotic animals for years, and it just seems that there is no solution to end it. Here are some states that have banned exotic animals from being owned. So the black dots have banned it. Okay. This issue affects both us and animals with diseases, restraints, and attacks. Not everyone will understand the importance of this issue, but until then, people will try their best to push this cause. I hope after informing you about all this information about exotic animals, that you will be another person on our side to stop this ownership. Thank you for listening.